Hello bunnies, and welcome back to my channel, Ash the Beauty Bunny. My name is Ashley. I am super excited to be back. I took a little break from filming because I was away on my birthday trip, and then when I got back I was still celebrating my birthday. My friends threw me an awesome surprise party, and then after that I just had to get like my life in order, do laundry, clean my house, change my wardrobe around because now I am done with summertime stuff. Today's video I'm going to do a fall tutorial. I'm gonna do a really nice eye makeup look, and it's gonna be very orangey. I'm gonna use a little bit of red and some brown in there, and it's gonna be great, so keep on watching. Okay, so now the next step is going to be my brows, and I'm going to be using something a little different. I don't feel like I've used this on my channel yet, and it's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pro palette, and this is what it looks like. And as you can tell, I don't really use any of the other colors but the Granite one, which is why it looks a little messy. And then this is the Anastasia brush that I think I got this one at Sephora. So I'm gonna look down, using this because I know that this is a powder, so I know that since it's like cooler out, I know that it won't melt off. Alright, now that my eyebrows are done, I'm going to go ahead and apply some primer to my face. And the primer that I'm going to be using is this Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I have the little small one. This is just going to help create a smoother base for when I apply my foundation. Yeah, so I just press it in. I don't really like drag it out. Just press that in. Alright, so I'm just going to be using a flat concealer brush like this one to carve my eyebrows and apply that to my lids. So, and carve out these brows. And I love this Louise base. I found out that I can actually, I mean, it's a concealer. I found out that it actually works well to spot conceal as well. So while I was away in Mexico, I had a bad breakout, and I feel like it was more like a reaction to one of the sunscreens that I tried out. And so yeah, I applied this sunscreen. I had a mixture of things on my face already, and then I applied this sunscreen over, like I sprayed it on my face in the middle of the day, and immediately my face started breaking out. It was instant. And for the rest of the trip I had those bumps in my face, and I had to do something about them when I went out. So I would use my red spots because they were, you know, super red, and this worked amazingly. I really like that I didn't have to set it. I would put my foundation right over it, and it just completely disappeared. Like all of the red spots that I had would completely disappear. So this thing is great. It's not only an eye base, but you can use it to spot conceal as well. I've brought the concealer all the way down and have covered my entire eyelid. I'm just gonna drag some out. I'm sorry if you're noticing that I'm moving around a lot, but I do have a new camera and I'm teaching myself how to use it. I haven't owned the camera since like middle school, when I had like a little digital one, or I think in high school maybe I had it. But it's a process getting to learn like the lighting and all of this stuff. Like I don't know what this is right now, but I'm just gonna keep going. And I know that as time goes on my videos will get better, but just bear with me. So now that my eyes are on, we're gonna move to the next part, which is gonna be eyeshadow. And I am going to be using this Kohl palette by Morphe. It is called the Boss Mood 35M palette, and this is what it looks like. And I'm so happy I own this palette because it screams fall. Like, you have the olive greens here, you have shades of red, shades of brown, purple tones, and some glitter shades in between. So I'm super hyped to use this today. All right, so the first shade that I'm gonna use is going to be this orange shade right over here. And I don't know if it's showing up as orange, but it's orange. And it's called Fired Up. So I'm going to use that as my crease color. All right, now that these are all blended out, we are going to go ahead and deepen up the look and just smoke it out a bit on the outer ends of the eyes, or the outer corners. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this small brush, and this is a small Beauty Creations brush, and I'm going to grab this brown. I'm going to grab this brown right over here, and I'm going to apply that just on the outer corners. And right here. And with another fluffy brush, go ahead and blend that out and inward. We're going to go ahead and apply our middle lid color, and I'm going to be using this glittery orange right over here, and that's what I'm gonna apply in the middle and a little bit higher so it can be seen. So I'm gonna take a packer brush right in the middle.
And let me do the same thing in the other eye. And we just pat that in there. Like so.
So I'm going to go back to the eyes in a bit, but we're gonna go ahead and move on to the face. The foundation that I'm going to be using today is going to be this Nars All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation, and this is in the shade Barcelona. I'm going to be using this Sigma Small Dual Fiber brush in number F55. Go ahead and start buffing it into my skin. And yep, I love it. I love it just as much as I did before. I'm excited that right now I can tell off the bat it's full coverage. All of my freckles pretty much disappeared. So that's how you know. This just as much as I did before. I noticed that it is full coverage, so time it doesn't look too dewy. It has more of a satin finish. It's covering any red marks or any imperfections very well. Everyone, my foundation is done, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to concealer. And for concealer, I'm going to use Born This Way Multi-Use Concealer. This is in the shade Shortbread. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that, and a little bit on our forehead. The brush that I'm going to use is my Pro Concealer 71 brush. And this brush, let me tell you, it's been amazing. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and let that sit there for a bit. And I'm gonna go back to the eyes Just actually going to apply highlight in the inner corners of my eyes. We're going to use is from a different palette, and it's from the James Charles palette. And the color that I'm going to use is going to be this yellow one right here, and it's like a yellow orange. That's what I'm going to put in my inner tear duct. The name of the color is, oh, it's called Tune. I'm gonna go ahead and line my eyes so we can continue with the eyes and be done with them. Sometimes I like going back and forth like this with my eyes. As in, I'll do eyes and then face and then eyes, just because sometimes I feel like I don't look too together, and then when I go ahead and do my face, things start looking a bit more together for me. So I'm gonna line my eyes, and I'm not gonna do a wing liner or anything like that. I feel like this side of my eye is pretty winged enough. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit of the Maybelline New York Eye Studio eyeliner. If you mess up, it's okay. Just make sure you have little Q-tips to remove anything that you don't want to see or that was misplaced. So I like to start in the middle and drag that out. All right, so our eyeliner is done. So now we're gonna go ahead and move on to lashes. The lashes that I'm gonna be using are these Pop and Ivy Beauty lashes. They're the 5D Darling lashes. And is there another name for them? Nope, 5D Darling lashes. And they're $1.99, as you can tell. I purchased this in the beauty supply. I've never used this brand before, so I hope that I like them, and I hope that they don't give me a hard time to put on, because we don't have time for that. Okay, I went ahead and put my eyelashes on off camera. I feel like they are a little short for my eyes, and they aren't as long either. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply some mascara and see if you can see a difference together a little bit. And yeah, now they look much better. You on and jump back to my face, and I'm gonna set my under eyes, and wherever I highlighted is this Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder, and this is, I think this is a 100 translucent shade. This is what that looks like. I'm just gonna grab my powder brush, swirl it right in here, and apply that right where I highlighted my face, over here and over here. So the contour I'm going to be using is going to be this Sephora contour palette right here, and I don't know if this is medium to deep or fair to medium. I think it might be medium to deep. I'm not sure how many they have of these, but this is the palette. I'm going to be using this middle shade right here. It's just a little more cool toned, not as warm for this season. Use my contouring brush, which is this one right here. And once you've placed like where you want your contour to be, you can go ahead and actually use a round brush, this, to diffuse any harsh lines, and you just go around with this. Now we want to go ahead and warm up our face a little more. So for this, I've actually been loving the Tarte. This is the Tarte Park Ave Princess bronzer. I spoke about this in my haul during my last video, and I've been using it ever since, and I love that thing. So for this part, I'm gonna be using an angled brush, and I'm just gonna put this right on top of what I already created, and this is just gonna warm my face up a tad more. So and apply some blush. And the blush that I'm going to be using is from another Sephora palette, and this is the Sephora Spice Market palette. I love this for the winter time and the fall time. Like the orangey, you got the burgundy, the darker highlight color. Actually going to be using this color right over here today to blush up my face. Applied a bit too much, so I'm just gonna take this brush and try to swipe it off. Going to go ahead and add some color to the bottom of our eyes to finish up this look. So I'm gonna go back to that Morphe palette that I used in the beginning of this video and pretty much apply all of the colors that I applied at the beginning now. Grab some of that orange. Let me grab some of this darker red. And I'm gonna grab some of that brown and put it only in the outer. And then I'm going to go back in with that brighter color that I used in inner tear duct and pat that in there. All right, so I did apply some mascara to my bottom lashes, and now I am going to apply some nude eyeliner, pretty much detailing my face. I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of highlight. The highlight that I'm going to use for this is in a palette, and I'm going to use the Anastasia Glow Kit palette. I'm going to be using this color right over here, and ironic, it's called Summer. So I'm just going to grab some of that and apply some on the highest points of my cheeks, my nose, my lip. Blend that out. And for lips, I'm using this MAC lip liner, and this is in strip down. And apply my lip color, and the lip color that I'm going to be using is this brick color, and this is the swatch right here for it, and it's called Plath. It's by Kat Von D. Look, I'm just gonna go ahead and use my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Whew. Okay. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching it. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you would like to see. Any specific colors that you would like me to work with. And I will see you soon. Thank you.